arma virumque cano, Troiae, qui primus aboris Italiam, fato profugus, Laviniaque venit litora, multum ille et terris, iactatus et alto vi superum, saevae memorem, iunonis op iram, multa quoque et bello passus, dum conderet urbem, inferretque Deos latio, genus unde Latinum, Albanique patres, atque altae moenia Romae, saevae, ai. We. When listening to or when producing distress or alarm calls, we become somewhat distressed or alarmed ourselves. In fact, alarm or distress calls automatically prepare us for fight or flight, where a person or animal becomes more alert, focused, and attentive to the environment. Amphitheatrum Caesareum, frumentari, aquaduco, Here we have the text that was just recited, and in the red we have the alarm sounds, and in the bold red we have the intense alarm sounds. And in this example we can see that Latin contained many alarm sounds, where some 63% of all syllables were alarm sounds, and where 13% were intense alarm sounds. Alarm sounds are characterized by its regularity, and they appear as long valve-like sounds. So alarm sounds in Latin include long valves and diphthongs. There are also valve-like combinations such as valves followed by nasals or lateral sounds, and also initial glides followed by valve sounds. Alarm sounds in Latin become more intense as they become longer. So when we have long valves or diphthongs followed by nasals or lateral sounds, or when we have an initial glide followed by long valve. Other examples of intense alarm sounds in Latin include initial glides followed by diphthongs, or initial glides followed by valves, which are then followed by nasals or lateral sounds. Then we have diphthongs where the first valve is long, and we also have in Latin diphthongs where the second valve is long. Latin also have unique ways of creating intense alarm sounds where they have sequences of 2 E sounds within one syllable or lateral L sounds within a syllable. Intensity of alarm sounds is increased when alarm sounds are surrounded by consonants or consonantal clusters. And finally, the stress when it falls on an alarm sound increases its intensity. Latin language lost many of its alarm sounds, and it also lost the intensity of some of those alarm sounds. By looking at the same text in Italian, we can see that Italian contains far less alarm sounds than Latin, where there are only 25% of syllables with alarm sounds, and there is virtually no intense alarm sounds. This loss of alarm sounds occurs because of a number of fundamental changes in the language. Firstly, many of its diphthongs and all the long vowels were replaced by short vowels. Secondly, nasal sounds that follow vowels are often lost in Italian, and that contributes to significant loss of alarm sounds. Finally, Italian loses the intensity of its alarm sounds. Firstly, the alarm sounds are no longer surrounded by consonantal clusters. Secondly, the stress does not fall on alarm sounds. And finally, it loses the sequences of E sounds.
Jahre nun gearbeitet habe, ohne Weg und ohne jemals schwankend zu werden, am Aufbau.
What's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face. That's my mama.
Now that's a spicy meatball.